Hello my dear subscribers and guests of my channel. This is Darina Crit with you. I am very happy to see you. So, my darlings, today you can find out what other people think of you. What kind of person they see you as. I'm going to take one card at a time and describe what it says about you. Try to watch until the end to hear all the details about yourself. As the video progresses, write your comments on how much of what you hear sounds like you. Oh, the Emperor. My dears, it does not matter whether you are a woman or a man. I will speak now only about your qualities. Those around you see you as a serious, intelligent, responsible person. You have your principles, which you will stand up for. You know how to set goals and strive to achieve them. You know how to manage people. And it doesn't matter where it happens, at work or at home. You can be just a housewife, but you will always have order in the house, and you will intelligently manage your family members. Maybe you hold some position, or you have your own business, because people see you as a boss. Or perhaps you act like a boss to those around you. You have a predominantly masculine energy about you. That doesn't mean that if you're a woman, you act like a man, not at all. You just have a lot of masculine energy, and those around you can sense it. If you are a woman, you probably should have added femininity to your behavior. But let's not judge everything by just one card. There are many more interesting things to come, I think. Let's see further. People around you see you as a person who is determined, courageous, able to handle any situation. If necessary, you can make a decision very quickly, snap out of your seat and go somewhere. The red color of the dragon and the red color of roses scattered on the clouds suggests that you are a passionate person. When you are passionate about something, you put all your energy into it. The Knight of Pentacles suggests that you are endowed with excellent mental abilities. You like to analyze the situation and defend your point of view. You are a hard-working and decent person who does his job conscientiously and lives by the principles and norms of morality and law. You may have many plans and goals that you are willing to undertake. People around you treat you with respect and perhaps even admire you. Let's keep watching. And the Four of Swords tells us that sometimes you want privacy. And people around you notice by the way you look that you'd rather not be disturbed at such times. Maybe you're just withdrawing into yourself, and people notice that you don't want to communicate with them. Some of the people around you see you as uncommunicative. This is because you yourself mostly try to communicate only with people you like. You try to guard your personal boundaries. When you have problems, you do not always share them with others. You prefer to deal with it alone. Maybe you just separate yourself from people and experience what happened to you alone. Or maybe you work too much, and so, from time to time, you just don't have the energy to move on, and it's like you're falling out of life. So, let's see some more. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. You are striving to achieve financial prosperity, and you try to consider various opportunities to do so. Those around you see you as a goal-oriented person. They see you as having goals that you are working toward. In conjunction with the previous card, it means that you may have periods of stagnation, so to speak, when you don't feel like doing anything. But then, you pick yourself up and move on to new opportunities. So to speak, you lie there, get up, and go forward to your goals. You always try to look good. You like beautiful things, and with your appearance you stand out from the crowd. You like reliability, stability and beauty. You have a desire to occupy a high and meaningful position in society. You love money, and comfort is very important to you. You aspire to possess it. Having these qualities, you will choose a partner for yourself, which would correspond to you. You want your partner to be a successful, self-sufficient and wealthy person. So, let's see what else the cards show. You are striving to fulfill yourself in different directions. Perhaps you have changed different activities more than once, or you have many different hobbies. People around you see you as a versatile person. And also a person who can easily communicate with different people and on different issues. A person who is not afraid to step out of his comfort zone. A person who is always interested in something new. Also, others see you as a harmonious person. You have a fairly balanced internal state, and know how to build an optimal relationship with others. You are a whole person with a broad outlook. You are able to go beyond reality and rise to a new level. You are a person who knows how to find the right view of things. You like to travel, like to be in different places. You like new experiences. Your weakness may be the desire to exalt yourself with or without cause. So, let's look at the next card. Oh, this card shows that you are always trying to defend your point of view. You are willing to get into arguments on various issues. You are not the type of person who will obediently agree and accept someone else's point of view. You always have your own opinion, and you boldly express it. This does not mean that you like to argue for no reason, not at all. You will only talk about what you really believe and what you think is right. And also this card suggests that you can enter into a competitive struggle without fear. Perhaps you like to participate in some kind of contests, competitions. We are talking about a healthy rivalry. You like the process of competition and, of course, you always strive to win. My dears, do you see similar qualities in yourself that I have already told you about? Write about it in the comments. So, let's keep looking. Very interesting to see what else the cards have to say. Oh! The Nine of Cups card depicts a pregnant girl in a white dress. Of course, if you are really pregnant right now, then those around you of course see it. You and your condition make them feel good. And if pregnancy is not relevant for you now, then the people around you see a person who is constantly giving birth to some ideas. That is, they see you as a creative person, generating new ideas. And implementing these ideas, you try to do good not only for yourself, but also for the people around you. For example, you decided to create a magnificent flower bed, which will be admired not only by yourself but also by others. Or you decided to create a charity of some kind. Maybe you paint a picture, or you want to organize your own business. In your view, all this must necessarily benefit people. Ideas can vary from the very simple to the global. No matter what you want to create, you will want it to do some good for other people as well. So, let's look at the next one. The Magician card. The people around you see you as a person who knows a lot, is constantly learning something, and you are happy to pass this knowledge on to others. Generally, a magician is a person who lives as he sees fit. He directs his life where he wants to go. That's how the people around you see you. People are drawn to you because there is something magical about you. You are great to spend time with. You know how to talk to people. You understand them and they understand what you say. Maybe you have some psychic abilities. For example, you can see a lucky dream, or engage in some esoteric practices. This surprises those around you and attracts them to you. They admire your abilities. Generally, the magician is a magician. Why do you think people sometimes think of you that way? Think about it. Let's keep looking. Oh, look at this card. A young man, blindfolded, walks over a gap studded with wands. It's not an easy path at all. Yet he does not stand still. In spite of the difficulties, he moves forward. It shows that you are the kind of person who is willing to deal with difficulties. Despite the complexity of some tasks, despite the obstacles, you will do your business, you will move forward. This is how people around you see you. It is also possible that you take on too many responsibilities. For example, you work a lot, but still have time to do all the housework, and perhaps some other public duties. Think about this. If this is really the case, then you should delegate some of the work, otherwise it may affect your well-being. Maybe that's why you're too tired, and sometimes you even feel sick. Also, perhaps you sometimes act without really understanding the situation. blindly, so to speak. Has that ever happened to you? Let's look at the next card. Oh, this card is the Star. This card speaks of your sense of purpose. You're not one of those people who just go through the day without thinking about the future and without striving to change things. You have desires and aspirations to change your life for the better. You have some small desires as well, and you also have some big goal. People see that you are constantly interested in something. You are interesting to talk to because you light up like a star. And with your enthusiasm you can ignite other people to the realization of some goals, and you feel some connection with the universe. Perhaps you can feel in advance what will happen, how certain events will develop. You tell people something that they cannot even think about, and they are very surprised how you can know that. My dears, I want to tell you that you are a very interesting person. You are a unique person. I'm very interested to see what other sides of you we're going to uncover. Let's look at the next card. When you need to solve a question, you think it over very carefully. You will gather information from different sources. It may be getting information from people more experienced in the matter from your inner circle. But you will also study other sources. For example, you will look for information through the internet. You will analyze everything before you make a choice in favor of something. At the same time, if necessary, you are happy to give advice to someone who asks you for it. You are willing to share your knowledge and your experiences with others. This card also suggests that you are trying to maintain a balance between all areas of your life. You have a flexible mind and adapt easily to new conditions associated with change. Let's look at the rest. Oh, the major arcana of the Strength. Usually when this card comes up, I say that you are stronger than you really think you are. I'm very interested to know what you think of yourself right now. Write your opinion in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback. Since we're talking now about what people around you think of you, people around you see you as a very strong person. I'm talking now about your inner strength that you possess. And the people around you feel that. The Strength Arcana also describes you as a compassionate person who will help others even to their detriment. This quality helps you to overcome obstacles with moral superiority rather than brute physical strength. Usually, the Strength card suggests a very hard-working person who is able to achieve whatever he or she wants to achieve. That's how the people around you see you. And the next card that came into your reading is the King of Pentacles. Perhaps your activity is related to money. For example, you work in a bank, or in any other company where your activity is related to financial documents. Perhaps people around you see you as a person who is connected with money, or just a good professional in your field. However, in addition to this, they see you as a person who is reliable, practical, possibly possessing business acumen. They believe that you know how to earn and save what you have gained. You strive for financial well-being. If you do not earn money yourself, it means that you know how to manage the money and other material possessions that you have. These cards complement each other perfectly, and they speak of you as a person who is businesslike, responsible, able to manage both business and people. If you work somewhere, you are part of a team. You know how to get along with people. Of course there may be conflicts, but you are a good person and all problems are always resolved. Let's look at the next card, and this is the Page of Pentacles card. How interesting. Again, it's a money card, and it suggests that you're eager to explore new ideas and concepts. This card describes you as a young at heart person. This means that it does not matter how old you are now. Your soul is young, therefore you are striving to live with interest. You are a person with certain abilities, which you strive to develop in yourself. You are a thoughtful, serious, responsible and practical person. At the same time you are kind and caring. You know how to listen carefully to others and always seek new experiences. This card also suggests that you are used to relying on yourself. Of course, it is always good when there is help and support from someone else, and you accept that too, but at the same time you always rely on yourself. Let's see another card. Wow, there are pentacles again. This is the Seven of Pentacles. On the card you see a child looking at the coins with delight. You are pleased with yourself, and you look at life as an optimist. Even if you have problems, you believe in a good future. That's how the people around you see you. Even if your life isn't quite satisfying right now, you still believe in yourself and that things will change and a happy future will come. Even if there were difficult periods in your life, for example, you had problems with money, and even if you have them now, you still do not show it outwardly. You convince yourself and others that you're doing well, and you sincerely believe that the situation will improve. And that is a good thing. This card speaks of you as someone who knows how to wait and believe in your dreams. Perhaps you are too fixated on the material side of life. Think about that. I felt like taking some more cards, which means the higher powers think you need to hear something else. Oh! The Six of Cups. Cups finally appear in your reading. The cups speak of emotion. So far, you've seemed like a very practical person. And it was even strange to me, because I felt that your emotions were supposed to show. This card shows that you like to socialize with your very close friends. You like to occasionally spend time with those who are really close to you. And you also like to give some nice gifts to people dear and close to you. You also like to receive gifts. You feel very much when the gift is given to you sincerely, with the soul, but not when it is just a formality. You love sincerity in people, and appreciate the gifts that were given with the soul. You are a generous and generous person. You are happy to help those you love. You have a kind soul and you know how to love. You know how to feel the beauty of the world around you, and it inspires you to creativity. Let's see some more cards. Maybe some more sides of you will be revealed. The Knight of Wands riding a unicorn. The unicorn is a symbol of magic. This card speaks of the uniqueness of your soul. Not everyone can tame a unicorn. You are a charming, attractive and cheerful person. You love nature. Most likely you love to travel, perhaps periodically moving to a new place of residence, or just like to rearrange the furniture in the house. To this process you always approach creatively. Most likely you have a hobby, because you are quite creative. From time to time you can talk about philosophical topics. Most likely you are interested in such sciences as philosophy, psychology, esotericism. Sometimes you are seized by an adventurous spirit and a desire to experience new experiences and pleasures. The Knight of Wands suggests that you have a good sense of humor. You are quite active, impulsive and even a gambler. This is how the people around you see you as a unique person. If you look at how you fly, straight ahead, on a dragon, there is no doubt that you are a very energetic and even almost fearless person. Let's look at the next card. This is the Justice card. And it shows that people see you as someone who is always trying to do right by others. You may be quite harsh at times, but it's justified. People around you see you as a person who is honest, open, fair and wise. A person they can turn to for advice. If you make mistakes, you know how to admit your mistakes. And this is a very good quality. You always think objectively. Everything is evaluated and weighed from the perspective of usefulness, necessity, and most importantly, fairness. You treat everyone with respect and fairness. Most likely you will not deceive, even if it is for the good. You are objective and unbiased in everything. Chances are you do not like, and will not tolerate frivolous people near you. You always do what you promise, and you expect the same from others. Let's look at a couple more cards. The Seven of Cups may show that you are best at realizing something related to creativity and something that depends on your imagination. Maybe sometimes you fantasize too much and don't connect your dreams to reality. This can manifest itself in the fact that you yourself have good and decent qualities of man, may idealize other people. For example, most often this manifests itself in the idealization of the partner. If you are in love, you tend to idealize the partner, not wanting to notice the obvious bad qualities of his character. And this, of course, can eventually lead to disappointment. Seven of Cups may also indicate that you occasionally like to spend idle time. Perhaps you do not mind to sit with friends and drink some alcoholic beverages. Or you might be tempted by other things, such as eating a lot of sweets, or buying a lot of things, and so on. Let's take one more card, and that will be enough for today. And then only, as I promised, will I give you advice from the higher powers through the oracle cards. So we have the Page of Swords card, which shows a young man with a falcon sitting on his arm. A falcon is a symbol of freedom and nobility. It's also a combination of qualities such as courage, intelligence, strength, and beauty. It is as if this card is the summation of all that has been said. Regardless of your age, the people around you see you as a person of a young, unique soul with inner strength, intelligence, and nobility. You are highly intelligent, energetic, and emotional. You are fair and decisive, and always open to new opportunities. You never run out of ideas, because you are a curious and intelligent person. You are a very interesting conversationalist, and you also like to argue. If an idea comes to you, you are passionate about bringing it to life. You are an extraordinary person with great potential. You have a rather complicated character, and this will undoubtedly make you stand out among other people. And now I will take some cards from the oracle decks and see what advice the higher powers want to give you that will be especially important to you now. Manara, she who waits. The message of this card is you may face challenges in going after the thing you want above all others. If it were easy, the actual obtainment would be diminished. Honor the path set in front of you. Be ready to stretch yourself because chasing this elusive desire will not be a walk in the park, more like a hike through exacting and arduous forest trails. This is not a test of physical ability but about your level of determination. You can always say no, but keep in mind that you may not get this particular chance again. Stop and evaluate your commitment to your desire. The higher powers advise you to answer the following questions. It is important for you now. What can I set aside to make room for my dreams? What do I want the most? How long am I willing to wait? Another card I will take from the Earth Wisdom Oracle deck. Divine Connection. The message of this card is the need to strengthen your connection to the divine. You see a girl holding a lotus flower. The sacred lotus flower is a symbol of goodness, purity, wisdom, prudence, generosity, and all the best things in this world. In general, the lotus symbolizes deity and therefore is often depicted next to the gods. In esoteric practice, the lotus flower gets rid of negative vibrations. It is believed that a picture of the lotus or an art image of the lotus can be a cleansing amulet. You can also use the plant instead of asparagus and make marmalade from its seeds. Buy yourself an amulet in the form of a lotus flower and put or hang it where you most often are. If you have any difficult situations, mentally ask for help to higher powers, looking at the flower. You can meditate while looking at the flower. It will also do you good. And the last card for today will be a card from the Space of Variations Tarot deck. This card symbolizes your attitude toward peace. You see here two warriors who have come to a peaceful agreement. The world is like a mirror reflecting your attitude toward it. Very often we are led to believe that we are imperfect and therefore cannot reach our goals unless we change ourselves. In fact, this is not the case. By changing yourself, you begin to struggle with yourself, and struggle with the world, instead of developing the talents that are already in you. Thus, a person chooses the wrong path, and cannot fulfill himself, and therefore cannot be happy. To achieve true happiness, you must stop this struggle. Come into harmony with yourself. Choose your purpose, your path. When you follow your path, you will enjoy every day of your life. Everything you do will bring you joy. When a person finds his way, the universe always helps him on this way, giving him the necessary resources. My dear subscribers and guests of my channel, I hope that this reading was interesting and useful for you. Write your opinion in the comments. I thank the universe for this message for you. I thank you for being with me this time. I wish you love, goodness and prosperity. Subscribe to the channel and come back for our next readings. Send your comments and I'll be sure to respond to everyone. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye bye everyone.